So we can read it in detail. Thank you, Acha.
Very good evening to you all. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Asadoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mridangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I consider it as a great privilege to be with you all, and special thanks to Dr. Abraham Karikam, sir, for this wonderful opportunity he has given to present my paper in this august body. Today I am going to present the theme, Nonviolence in the Cosmos, a Matter of Justice. You know, one of the simplest definition of God is a God of promise. God is a God of love, and God is a God of unity. As a people of God who are carrying the image and creativity of God, our calling is to be the ambassadors of peace, unity, and love wherever we are. As we know, we are living in a world of violence. It surrounds us in numerous ways. It is a universal phenomenon apparent from our very beginning. Each and every aspect of human existence is under the threat of direct or indirect forms of violence. It is obvious that we are under the fear of its bondage, and our entire lives are enclosed in its shadow. Violence can be defined in various ways because it has different dimensions: cultural, biological, political, social, economic, and ecological. It comes in diverse forms and in various degrees, and all types of it leads to anarchy in the society, which denies others' right to exist and live in peace and equality. Apart from human beings, nature and other inhabitants of Mother Earth are under its threat. Robert McAfee Brown points out that whatever violates another in the sense of disregarding or abusing or denying the other, whether physical harm is involved or not, can be understood as an act of violence. The basic definition of violence would then become violation of personhood. Innumerable current events shows us this barbaric act, such as war, terrorism, nuclear weapons, ethnic problems, social cultural genocide, and atrocities on women, minorities, and other marginalized and vulnerable communities. In addition to this, religious fundamentalism, cultural nationalism, and exclusive ideologies pose a grave threat to human peace and nonviolence. Institutional forms of violence such as poverty, racism, and sexism also continue as an interminable blight. In many societies, the dominant groups use their authority or power to assert dominance, enforce subjugation, and to exploit the marginless or powerless. Here a person's competence and existence in life are completely negated, and they are controlled and neglected. In such a situation, violence becoming a monologue, which threats the other person as an object to be manipulated and exploited. In summary, violence is that which dehumanizes a person. Justice and eco-violence. It is crystal clear that Earth is being exploited in various ways and may soon die. Degradation of land, water, and air, the devastating consequence of chemical and nuclear pollution, deforestation, and extinction of species, holes in the ozone layer, the impending floods due to global warming, population exploitation, etc., threaten the Earth and her inhabitants. Only humans degrade the environment, pollute the Earth, explode nuclear devices, destroy forests, dominate and exploit the poor, kill their brothers and sisters, and make this planet unlivable for themselves and all other organisms. Here the complexity of life increases, and that destroys harmony between creatures. We are responsible for this condition, and we ourselves are the victims, especially the minorities and the discriminated. Violence is always connected with the matter of justice. As long as the struggle for justice is our sole concern, we will be unable to renounce violence, because it sometimes does prove successful in achieving short-term goals. In this crisis, Dr. K.C. Abraham, one of the Third World theologians, expounded the ecological issues should be seen as a matter of justice. For him, liberation for the whole creation from its bondage of injustice and violence is most important. Eco-justice symbolizes the conviction that issues of justice and ecology are of crucial importance, and that human survival depends upon both. It provides us a way of looking at economic issues through the lens of environmental health, and looking at environmental, economic and ecological issues are two sides of the same coin. That is sustainable well-being of all creation. It promotes the protection of a healthy environment and justice for all people. Hence, eco-justice means justice to all of God's creation. Jürgen Moltmann says, we shall not be able to achieve social justice without justice for the natural environment. We shall not be able to achieve justice for nature without social justice. So here, justice means the end of all kinds of violence. The liberation of creation and the glorious freedom of God's children are the ultimate goal for the entire creation. As a people of God, what is our responsibility? Our responsibility is to be the ambassadors of peace and non-violence. This vocation is grounded in the teaching of Jesus. Jesus taught non-violence through his life, death, and resurrection. And he revealed the qualities and essence of a harmonious life. A Christian understanding of caring must be discerned in the way of Jesus of Nazareth. His striking features is that he did not look after his own interest, but always in the interest of others. He was a man for the other. If we look at his life, we can perceive that he was always vigilant against the evil surroundings him. However, the evil forces of society killed him, and chaotic powers tried to overcome his virtue. The vigilant interaction of God through the resurrection destroys them. As a people of God, our responsibility is to make sure that evil does not conquer goodness. As a community of brothers and sisters, we are called out to uphold the values of non-violence, not in order to preserve its purity, but to express its fidelity to God. Non-violence is not a matter of legalism, but of discipleship. It is a way God has chosen to overthrow evil in the world with the practice of God's system. We are called out to be the ambassadors of non-violent because it reflects the very nature of God. It is not a fringe concern, rather it is the essence of gospel. Therefore, Jesus' non-violent followers should not be called pacifists, but simply the people of God. It must be understood that a major part of Jesus' ministry was to re-establish proper relationship by teaching us to eliminate all types of violence, such as inequalities, injustice, oppression, and greed, the root cause of human problems and environmental crisis. So let us look at his life and learn from him for a better world. The people of values, the prophet of nonviolence such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Dom Helder Camara, and Adolf Perez Esquivel inspire millions to uphold the values of nonviolence and counter the forces of evil and culture of death and violence. They demonstrate the path of active nonviolence through their meaningful interactions with society. In order to foster nonviolence, no one has to renounce the spirit of vengeance and embrace the power of love. Nothing is more subversive and transforming than love. Nonviolence depends on nurturing a culture of solidarity, dialogue, and participation. It is in the absence of these practices that a society turns violent. The thorn of violence will reduce if we stop oppressing others. We are created not for violence, not for oppression and exploitation, but for the preservation of the whole of creation and the establishment of the reign of God on this beautiful earth. This is a message of the Bible that is a novel radiance to our cosmos. Yes, we are the ambassadors of unity, love, and compassion. May God bless us to do our best to enhance the beauty of this world. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Arjun. It's a beautiful thesis on cosmos and violence. See, in 2024, you are a